I'm a technical B2B SaaS founder, and here are 5 tips that helped me close over 100 deals for my B2B SaaS company. As markets are getting crowded, having a good product is just not good enough anymore. Even if you're a very skilled developer, you have to either find a co-founder that can run sales or learn it yourself. That's something I had to kind of go through, being an engineer in computer science, then having to transition into kind of more of a growth role to help our B2B SaaS unit grow. So these 5 tips will be great even if you're running sales at an early stage or if you're growing more of a scale up at later stages. So B2B SaaS sales is about building trust in 3 aspects, which The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort talks about. You have to build trust in you as a sales rep, in the product that you're building, and the company that you represent, meaning your startup. But depending on what kind of stage you're at with your SaaS, you'll be facing different challenges in each of those areas. If you have a ton of reviews and referrals to show, then it might be a lot easier for you to show that your product is good. G2, Capterra, and getting reviews in those places can really help with that. Also, if you, for example, have landed funding and look like a very good company from the outside, that can also help in building a confidence for your company. But you then also have to kind of position yourself as an expert and an honest person, so they will want to buy and do business with you. Because it's not that transactional in B2B. Establishing a relationship that will go on maybe for years, hopefully for you. They also often bet maybe even their entire career, in some cases, on making good purchase decision. So let's jump in now to the 5 sales tips that helped me close over 100 deals for my B2B SaaS, and how you can do the same for yours. The first one is to make attribution easy. So when working with growth for a startup, you not only have to run good demos and make sure the close rate is good, you always have to look out for where the demo actually came from and how you can get more of them. An efficient way I've implemented a solution for doing this is making the prospects work for me. Sounds pretty crazy, right? But yeah, it works. So obviously, asking in the demo is great and is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to actually get attribution right. But also, before you actually book the demo, I have a HubSpot calendar link where people can book a demo in my calendar. So right after they book that demo, they will automatically get a form where they can basically attribute themselves. Over 60% of the demos actually are attributed this way automatically before we even start the demo. And I've now also added generative search and the new channels that people are reporting to me in the demo that they actually found us through. The second one is adding prospects on LinkedIn and doing that before the demo even starts. This is a cheat code to SaaS sales that have helped me skyrocket my demo to deal conversion, because I try to be quite active on LinkedIn. I post kind of founder-led content and things like what books I read, common tips I see, or if you add people before the demo, they will start to see your content if you're active, and then they will almost build a relationship with you before the demo even start. They will get constant reminders of you, and also after it takes place. And it has been countless times a person that doesn't respond after the demo, suddenly after you post something, they get back to you and like, oh, sorry, I forgot about this, but by the way, this question, we're still interested, and that kind of revives some dialogues as well. You can also position yourself as a thought leader and once again establish trust in you as a person. So that will eliminate one of these 3 kind of trust pillars that Way of the Wolf, for example, talks about. The third one is sending pre-demo questions before the demo takes place. Proper discovery is key to running successful B2B SaaS demos, to find what challenges the prospect might have and how you can be a part of a solution to those. That is key to come prepared and focused, both for you and the prospect, and be able to get an actionable outcome, meaning they can decide if they want your solution or not right after the demo. You can figure out what kind of offer you should present and not have to do that after the demo, making it a 2-meeting close. Make sure to highlight that answering is optional, but it will benefit them and the meeting if they do decide to answer them. Approximately 60 to 75% of my prospects fill this in before the demo. and the rest often come much better prepared than they had otherwise. So they often are like, yeah, we'll run through this list now, and they have come mentally prepared to what questions I'll ask. Otherwise they will just be like, yeah, I'm not sure about the renewal date of our current solution. I'll have to check that with manager. I'm not sure what we even use. And then it becomes this kind of a long process that you don't have a control over. This will help you kind of dive into the right parts in the demo, because a common problem I had before was that I ran demos that took way too long. I often made it into kind of this 2-meeting close, and I also tried to show everything. And I show, once again, this is a common maybe problem for technical founders especially, but founders that basically love their product, they will want to show everything and not just the things that the prospect need and want to see. Then it just becomes a bloated long demo that they will not want to hear. So make sure you talk as little as possible. You can measure this through AI note taker such as like Fireflies, and you can see that you shouldn't talk more than 40%, for example. If you are having a good demo, you shouldn't show all of your platform, just the things they need to see to close the deal. The fourth one is to build customer specific visuals. Depending on your product, this might be more or less relevant, but I've found that actually showing exactly what it will look like in their logos, colors, and images will make it so much more real and so much better in terms of conversion as well. We have a webinar platform that can easily be customized in 60 seconds, so you can really make sure that things look really good. You can input the URL and get the design of your choice for that URL automatically. So I simply input the customer's URL before dog feeding and using our own product for this. Maybe make some small adjustments, and then I have slides generator that I built that will generate some slides for the customer, so I can send those right after the demo. That's also a good tip, to not wait, and you'll see if you wait it will become exponentially lower chance that you actually get the demo. But I'll also get some images, and I'll put those in the emails and kind of nurture them into the process, and maybe even sending them before the demo starts, so you'll get some expectations on what you will go through, and people will know that this is a good solution, so we should wait to make a decision before having that demo. And they are often very impressed before as well, like, nice screenshot, thanks for showing me this, looking forward to the demo. You kind of already positioned yourself as the favorable alternative amongst competitors. The fifth one is defining clear next steps. So this is a thing that I think I've worked a ton on. So it's not a shocker, but it's lacking more often than it should, both in terms of ending the kind of demo with a clear CTA, even if things did not go as planned. Share what the process typically looks like if they want to go ahead and purchase and get started. Make the prospect comfortable in that you know how this works. It's not the first time you've done this hundreds of times by now, even if you maybe haven't already. Also follow up with those defined next steps in the email after, and make sure to send this immediately after. It will really help if you automate kind of the offer and send those pre-demo questions. You will be able to send this out in no time, and you can define like in bold next steps and then show like how you get started. Number 1, sign the agreement in one flow, or number 2, have the onboarding with our customer success manager. And the bonus step here is to always ask for referrals. So remember, never end a demo without asking for referrals. If you ask for referrals, one demo will get you multiple, and that can get an exponential result in terms of booked demos. Prospects often know people in similar industries and roles, which makes this super efficient. You have told that story in the start, that kind of founder story and how you get started. That typically resonates really well with them. Like, we're a startup, we're still growing a ton, and we'd really appreciate if you could give us intros to similar companies, or if you could mention one. Do you have someone top of mind? If you're in B2B SaaS and in the intersection of growth and sales, I would really recommend to check out my Reddit playbook. And this is a video where I share transparently how I have hacked growth on Reddit to build $1 million SaaS. I would really recommend to check it out. It gives some very transparent advice with screenshots, examples, and exactly how we went about doing it. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. See you!